Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to take a look into one of the biggest patches that is going to hit World of Tanks very soon. And if you are wondering what you are seeing here, well, you are seeing the tier 10 Czechoslovakian light tank with a gun. So this is quite exciting stuff, but we are going to dig deeper about this vehicle later on. By saying later on, I mean tomorrow. The plan for this is today to play with this tank on the stream, to test it out, and pick some games, and overall to say my opinion, what do I think about it, and do I think it is a beautiful tank or not so beautiful tank? Is it going to be interesting lane or not so much? That being said, fellas, let's take a look what Wargaming is changing. And overall, there is a lot of things that Wargaming is going to change over there. First things first, Czech light tanks, right? Nothing too crazy we knew about the Czechoslovakian light tanks coming into the game. We are going to talk about this significantly more tomorrow with a gameplay, right? Next big thing, crew evolution, new perk system. This is a big one and obviously controversial one. First things first, what I want to highlight is we have changed crew skills. So pretty much most of the things are going to be new, or we will have quite a bit of the crew skills that are new. Quick information for every and each of you. We had in the past the crew skills in the index page, right? Nothing too crazy. Whenever update will hit live server, those crew setups are going to be changed and they are going to be brand new. So hopefully this will be a very good thing for you, and you will see what professional players can recommend, right? I am planning to do 2 different setups for every and each tank. We are going to have quite a bit of the conversation with the almighty Daki, and we will try to figure out what are the best builds for every and each tank. So hopefully this is going to be nice, and hopefully you will get advantage of this. What are the changes? Maximum perks. Each crew member can train up to 6 perks. This is a big one because in the past, pretty much crew skills were unlimited. If the tank can have 18 crew skills, you can have or you can train 18 crew skills. Although it's not realistic. I think maximum skills I have seen people using is 9 to 10. And this is maximum, right? So we need to keep this in mind. Obviously, there is some folks that are playing with one tank for 20, 30, 40,000 games, and maybe their crew is higher than this. But overall, limiting stuff to 6, it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? So what happens if you have crew that is 7 or 8 skills? You are getting the, you are pretty much getting compensation in the crew books. So this is not a bad thing. Everything is okay. In other words, you are not going to lose on the time or something. Perk choices. Choose from 6 individual perks and 3 group perks for each major qualification. In other words, you need to choose 6 perks out of 9. So 3 perks you won't be able to choose, so you need to think wisely. Bonus perks. Crew members with additional qualifications train choosing individual perks at 50% speed alongside the main perk. This is a good one and strong one. If we would take a look into the game just to make it easy to understand, if you would pay attention how the things are looking like with a flip wagon. In the past, let's say with a flip wagon I had 6 skills, and now I have bonus 3 perks to choose for radio operator. This is absolutely amazing stuff, and I think this is very good. So pretty much in a nutshell, whenever you have 2 perks, you get extra perk. Whenever you have 4 perks, you have 2 extra perks, right? And obviously the difference, if you would take a look into, let's say, ELC even is quite it has a crazy load on its commander. So if you would pay attention over there, with every 2 skills over there, you are getting 3 extra 3 skills to choose for the gunner, for the radio operator, and for a loader. This is absolutely amazing, and this is very good stuff. So tanks like ELC won't lose on much and actually get some good benefits for themselves. That's absolutely amazing, fellas. Efficiency requirement for perks that will be 100% active. All crew members with same major qualification, for example, multiple loaders must train the same perk. So how the things are going to look like if you have 2 loaders and you want to have adrenaline rush, that means both of the loaders must have adrenaline rush fully trained. If it is not going to be the case, you will get only half of the effect, if I understand this correctly. In other words, if one of your crew members, let's say loader, has adrenaline rush and other loader has no adrenaline rush, that means your adrenaline rush works only 50%. Hopefully that makes sense. And extra experience, crew members with 6 full trained perks will keep earning crew experience, which converts into the universal guides after reaching the certain threshold. This is absolutely amazing thing if you would ask me, so you can still play with your favorite tank. And in the same time, you can still get some use for yourself. For example, your favorite tank is a budget. You are playing with a budget non-stop, and you can use those books that you are getting from the budget and train whatever else you do not really like, mouse or whatever else. This is a very, very, very good stuff. Excellent. Meanwhile, I'm not going to dig into the crew perks too much. I do not really think we need to do that, right? We are going to have a separate video for that. Meanwhile, comprehensive vehicle rebalance. So what is happening over there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Looks like Wargaming is saying, Egg, Tuna, it's time to do some rebalancing, which is very, very good, right? So what they are doing, they are changing the budget tech tree, right? They are changing the Patton tech tree, or I supposed to say they are buffing Patton tech tree, and they are buffing the Key 91 pan tech tree. That's absolutely glorious, and this is very, very, very nice, fellas. Okay, fellas, I found the budget. So what is happening for a budget? It is losing 90mm gun, which was irrelevant. Let's get real. That's good. The tank will become more accurate on the move, on the hull traverse, and overall more accurate tank, because budget was struggling with accuracy for sure. And the most important thing, fellas, budget finally will have more ammunition, from 30 to 50. This is humongous, and this is very good. Also, aim time increased, so budget is going to be powerful again. Let's find the Patton, shall we? We found the Patton. Patton is getting some gentle touches as well, and pretty much dispersion of the dispersion changed from 0.36 to 0.35, and aiming time changed, and the tank became a bit faster. So if you would ask me, I would not say that it is fundamental change for a Patton and the tank will feel significantly better. I do not really think so, fellas. I think the Patton is still going to be as it was, right? This is not a big thing. In other words, looking into the budget changes, wow. Looking into the Patton changes, meh. And another highlight is Key 91. DPM increase by 0.6 seconds, which is huge, plus on top of that, fully rotatable turret. So this is quite a big change for Key 91. I think it is still going to be difficult tank to play with, but more DPM and fully rotatable turret, that's absolutely nuts, and that's absolutely insanity, fellas. Key 91 can be pretty beautiful vehicle. Let's go back to the content, and let's see what Wargaming changed more. There is a lot of news, fellas, and we need to cover most of the things. Obviously, I'm not checking what they are changing on the tier 6. It is kind of irrelevant. For that, we are going to have a separate YouTube videos on the extra channel. For example, A43 got plenty of the changes, so we will remake the video and we are going to be set and everything will be fine. Okay. After that, we have the tank tree module rework. So pretty much what Wargaming is going to do, they are going to revisit lines starting from the tier 5 and upgrade them to make them more efficient and understandable, especially for beginners. If I understand this correctly, they will get rid of the less useful modules. That means we have tanks We have tanks like T20, for example. If we would type T20 in the index page, we can see how the things are looking like and how many modules there are. So pretty much what Wargaming will do, Wargaming will get rid of some irrelevant stuff like derp gun. Although I do not know exactly how they're going to get rid of the derp gun, but I believe you understand what I mean. So it's going to be significantly more understandable for a newer players. That's great. Enchanted stock configuration. To elevate your experience and the game comfort, we will be increasing the efficiency of the stock configuration. There is one thing which is stuck in my head instantly, and it is Centurion tier 9 or Centurion tier 8. Those tanks are literally unplayable being stock, so this is a good stuff, and I believe they will start from 3 lanes, if I understand this correctly, and after that, hopefully they will revisit absolutely everything. So this is very, very good comfort for World of Tanks players. And this is good. A performance improvement for premium vehicles, and obviously they are going to buff some premium tanks like IS-5, CDA, a tank destroyer 59 Patton, Al-30 prototype, and Vaza 111 or Alpine Tiger. That's good stuff. It is very, very nice. New random events, let's not dig too much into this one because I believe that deserves a different showcase, right? So all we need to know Pilsen, Malinovka, and Karelia will get some new stuff. Also, map reworking comes as well. The most important thing, at least I want to believe, that it is on the Arctic region map or Mannerheim lane, and you cannot cross like this anymore as you could do that before, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because those rocks looks like it is unpassable like this, and it can be extremely, extremely difficult stuff, which is not necessarily bad, or maybe this is, or maybe we will have a possibility to cross. Time will show it all. We are not going to dig too deep about this because once again, we need to play in order to see how it feels like and how it looks like. Next, Onslaught season, fellas. On the Onslaught season, there is quite a bit of the changes. The most noticeable ones. RNG is reduced from -25 plus 25 to -12. So pretty much RNG got cut by a half, which is going to give a humongous advantage for professional players or the folks who knows what they are doing in the game. Also, in the same time, for changes, vehicle durability in the past, it used to be 25%, now it's 650 HP. So pretty much, I assume this change is made so light tanks or medium tanks or even tank destroyers would get more benefits from 650 HP than in the percentage, because this is treating only heavies nicely, because heavies overall has the most hit points, right? Time remaining visible 4 seconds instead of 3. Inner module damage reduction. Once again, literally update for a professional players, right? There is very little chance that you will get lit on fire or ammo react. Same goes for engine fires. There is no fires anymore, pretty much. So this is quite a good change for professional players who likes Onslaught mode. Moving on, next we have a new equipment, Stealth Exhaust Unit. This is going to be the best in slot equipment for either spotter or either some kind of bushwanker. Quite a big stuff, to be fair with you. In the past we had the bounty exhaust, and now we have bond exhaust. So this is going to be huge. Moving on next, annual reward. Exclusive Stinger Special Reward Tier 10 tank with unique crew and gorgeous 3D style. This vehicle is a replica of a legendary T-57. So if you want to get a T-57 replica, you can play Onslaught. Personally, I don't think it is a bad stuff, to be fair with you. It is good that Wargaming is not making some kind of broken, overpowered tier 10 vehicles and rewarding the best players with it. Replicas are completely fine. I think it is alright. I think this is all right. Also, one noticeable change, Wargaming added some special tanks that can play in the Onslaught, which is Hurricane CS63 copy, Kulin 5A copy, Monkey King and 121B same tank, version 5 object, M60, Foch and Beijing Opera, which is copy of 113. Nothing too crazy, I don't really think those tanks will change the stuff that much. Now, the next humongous change overall, consumable update. Skill consumable update? The most noticeable change, fellas, small repair kit and first aid kit. These will now function like their large counterparts. That means if it happened to be you got tracked and you got ammo racked, you do not need to choose. You are going to fix everything with a small repair kits. The best thing ever for free-to-play players, honestly speaking, or not so experienced players. It is going to be significantly cheaper to play the game, right? That is good. Meanwhile, what will happen with the big repair kits and aid kits? Well, good question. The answer is simple. What they are doing, they are decreasing cooldown from 90 seconds to 60 seconds. So it is quite a big one, to be fair with you. Plus, on top of that, you get 10% repair speed, or pretty much for a large repair kit, you are getting 10% repair speed as a bonus, right? Or as a passive effect. That's how Wargaming is trying to make sure that people are going to keep using those, right? I think, honestly, I think this is significantly bigger than this. What do I mean by saying this is, I think the life will be significantly better for folks that are using the small kits now than it was before, honestly. That's what I want to believe. Also, we have some changes in the fuel, but it's not so relevant, at least in my opinion, although the speed governor removal, so you are not going to see the builds like IS-7 with a speed governor anymore. This is quite irrelevant stuff, to be completely honest with you, because I do not really think that many tanks could get advantage of this, if you know what I mean. So, nothing too crazy here. Now, World of Tanks Plus update, and this is the one which deserves a bit slapping towards Wargaming side. Now, World of Tanks Plus subscribers can access new information, equipment, assistance. It reveals the most commonly used equipment on specific vehicles. I do not really mind this stuff. This is not a bad stuff by any shape or any form, but why would you lock it by the paywall? It is absolutely disgusting. Honestly, this is absolutely disgusting from Wargaming side. This stuff should come literally for free for every and each player that plays the game, right? Also, I want to highlight one thing, that most players doesn't mean the best choice. What do I mean by saying this? In the index page, you will still have the same situation, that you can check out other content creator setups and my setup. Those are the professional World of Tanks players, right? And you can see what they are using, and in the same time, if you are using WoT Plus, you can compare what community is using as well, right? So if that's what you are looking for. Overall, it's not a bad function, but once again, to lock it by the paywall, this is quite sad thing if you would ask me. So yeah, Battle Pass Season 15 will feature... The season will be inspired by Waffle Trager universe and unveil the secret, unknown pages of the Max von Krieger early life. You will be able to learn to earn Wafflecock themed customization rewards, including stunning 3D styles. Nothing too crazy, nothing unusual, fellas. This is another battle pass. I do not really mind this one. It's definitely better than the Teenage Ninja Turtles, if you know what I mean. So that's good. Now, if you want to test out the things or you want to dig deeper, you can check out Wargaming article, right? Everything is in Wargaming article, and look, you can see how many changes there are. It's absolutely insanity. One of the biggest patch in a while, and it dropped out of nowhere in a way, right? That's good thing if the game is being development or developed, right? It is not a bad stuff, and most of the changes are actually all right, so there is no complaints from my side. Anyways, quick information, fellas. For next WoT video, you are going to see highlights of WoT 71. This is going to be a huge one, and we are going to test this beautiful, magnificent mother trucker, and you will see the best games, and overall you are going to see my opinions about this tank. So stay tuned for that. And for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.